Hi, I'm Nikolai, aka 56Miner, and today we're unboxing our February Basics box. This month's box is all about technical drawing. We'll go over some foundations of the art form, the materials in our box, and I'll share some tips and tricks that I picked up when working with them. Let's get into it. For our surface this month, we have the Design Vellum pad from the Clearprint company. Vellum's a really interesting paper to work on as it's a little bit transparent. And thanks to the ink block panel in these pads, we don't have to worry about any of our mediums bleeding through to the pages behind. This 50 sheet pad is great for sketching and refining ideas. Our first drawing utensil is going to be a mechanical pencil from the Tombow company. Unlike a typical mechanical pencil where you click the eraser in order to extend the lead, this mechanical pencil has a locking feature in the clip. Now, in order to extend our lead, we'll want to push down on that clip. And in order to lock it, or to stop the lead from extending, we'll pull up on that clip, which will lock the mechanism. I like to think of mechanical pencils as erasable fine liners. We can use the same techniques like pointillism, cross-hatching, or groups of parallel lines to depict texture. And they're great for just kind of simple, flowy lines. By using a soft hand pressure, we can create very subtle gradients and build up that graphite until we reach our darkest point. Blending with mechanical pencils is fairly straightforward as we're just kind of smudging that graphite in order to create a smooth and consistent tone. Next, I want to show you a few things that you can do as a warm-up this month. The first is drawing long, straight lines. Now, the trick to these are drawing with your elbow instead of your wrist. Short, small lines are always going to be very wrist intensive, so make sure to hold your pencil with a light pressure. The next item in our box is going to be an erasing shield from the Art Alternatives company. While you can use this tool to create straight lines or border details, they're really an omni tool. And I think the best way to showcase that versatility is to do a quick drawing of a pair of dice. This is also a great example of technical drawing. Most commonly used by product designers, technical drawing is both representational as well as mathematically correct. So this is a very perspective and engineered mind form of drawing. With my cubes nailed down, I'll use that erasing shield in order to create some guides so that the dots on the different sides of the dice are consistently spaced. Next, I'll tone our dice and use my finger just to smudge some of that lead. Let's take the eraser from our box, the Tombow Mono, and use our tool as an erasing shield. The eraser will allow us to pull out details that'll give our dice a more three-dimensional effect. For this, I'm going to use a light pressure, and I'm going to focus on areas that the light will touch, but are also structurally important for those cubes. I'll also use it to clean up our smudging, and use the half circle to soften up the edges of my dice. As a final touch, I'll go in and darken up the dots, as well as add a darker outline to the bottom of the dice to help give them a little bit of weight. And with that, our dice are complete. As you can see, the erasing shield is a great omni tool for technical drawing, and it really works well on our vellum paper. Our next drawing utensil is going to be the Pilot Parallel Pen. This fountain pen is super fun and super versatile. And for an added dimension of color, we've included the Pilot Refill Pack, which comes with 12 ink cartridges. Now before we can actually use our parallel pen, we will need to activate it. I'll be using the red that comes in this set, but feel free to follow along with any color you'd like. There are a couple tools that come in our package, and the first is going to be the nib cleaner. By sliding this plastic sheath between the blades of our parallel pen, we can clean out any debris that might be between those blades that'll affect our line quality. To activate our pen, let's unscrew our barrel, and then taking our pen unit, we'll insert an ink cartridge until we pierce that plastic barrel. By inverting the pen unit, we can allow that ink to flow from the ink cartridge down into our blades, and it'll take a few moments, but once it's activated, you'll be able to get a nice smooth line. We'll reattach our barrel, and our pen is good to go. Depending on how you hold your pen, you can achieve both thin and thick lines. By using just the corner of the parallel pen, I found that I can achieve the most consistent line, almost like a fine liner. I really enjoy using this pen in order to make patterns or repeating elements. And of course, this pen is also great for calligraphy. If you're interested in calligraphy or hand lettering, make sure to head over to our YouTube channel where you can check out our video from June, where we do a deep dive into all things hand lettering. Now, to take advantage of all the great colors in a refill pack, we will need to clean out our parallel pen. We'll first remove the ink cartridge, and be careful with these as once they're open, they're open. Taking our pipette with a little bit of water, we can then insert it into our pen unit and squeeze that water through. That'll clear out the line as well as the blades, and then we're ready for a new color. By pressing the pen nib into a paper towel, you can help to pull out any water that might be left over. Now that we know how to change our colors, I wanted to show you how to create a gradient. Now, because all of our ink cartridges are mixable, we can dip our pen directly into that red ink and it will create a soft gradient from red to yellow. And because of how the pen's designed, we don't need to worry about contaminating the ink cartridge in the pen itself. Let's use this technique with our design vellum pad to create more of an abstract design piece. Putting our ink block panel a couple pages back on our pad, I'll create a circle outline. This will act as a guide when working on the top sheet of that pad. And this is one of the main benefits of vellum. You can always put your sketch behind a fresh page, so you don't have to start from square one. Dipping my pen in that red ink again, I'll go in and start to create a pattern within that circle guide. This is a great way to familiarize yourself with the parallel pen, as it does take some getting used to. It's also a great way to work on your line quality and to make sure that you're applying consistent pressure throughout your stroke. It also makes a really cool abstract graphic design. And with that, our video is complete. Hope you enjoyed it, learned a few things, and if you post your work online, make sure you use the hashtag SketchBoxFebruary. We love seeing what y'all create each month. And if you want to check out any of our previous videos, like that June calligraphy video, make sure to head over to our YouTube channel. And I'll see you next month.